Some mysteries hide in the dark, others build a home there. What you're about to hear isn't just a crime, or a disappearance, or a haunting. It's a place where all three blur together, and the truth waits in the shadows. After the second encounter, the forest stopped feeling like a location and started feeling like a system. Something structured, something old. And whatever was beneath Pine Ridge had been waiting a long time to be found. Aaron's collapse in the clearing wasn't the end of it. It was the beginning. When he regained his breath, he pointed toward the far edge of the clearing, a place the search teams had never examined, a place he said he had seen during the trance, even though he had never physically been there. He described it as a place underground, not a cave, not a tunnel, something made. His friends exchanged looks. They didn't want to go deeper, but they also knew they didn't have a choice. They followed Aaron to a patch of earth where the soil was darker, softer, and unnaturally warm, the same spot they had noticed earlier but hadn't investigated. Daniel knelt down and brushed away the top layer of dirt. Beneath it was wood, old, rotting, hand-cut, a buried structure. Chris whispered, "This isn't natural." As they cleared more soil, the shape became obvious. A wooden hatch reinforced with rusted metal bands. No hinges, no handle, just a sealed, rectangular door buried under nearly a foot of earth. Mark found a small gap along the edge, wide enough to slip fingers into, not wide enough to open. Aaron stepped back. His breathing changed again. He said, "This is where the hum comes from." Daniel brushed more dirt away and froze. Carved into the wood were symbols. Not letters, not numbers, but geometric shapes arranged in a pattern. Circles intersecting lines, triangles nested inside each other. A sequence that looked intentional, mathematical, almost like a diagram. Chris took a photo. The moment the flash went off, the ground vibrated. Not violently, not enough to knock them off balance, just enough to feel it in their bones. Aaron whispered, "It's awake." The forest around them shifted. The wind stopped. The birds went silent. The temperature dropped several degrees in seconds. Mark stepped back from the hatch. "We shouldn't be here." But Aaron wasn't listening. He was staring at the symbols, eyes unfocused, breathing shallow, the same way he had looked before the trance took hold. Then he spoke. Not to them, not to himself, but as if repeating something he had heard before. "It's not a grave, it's a door." His friends froze. He continued. "Something was sealed down here, a long time ago." Chris grabbed him, shaking him out of the trance before it deepened. Aaron blinked hard, disoriented, then looked at the hatch with sudden clarity, as if seeing it for the first time. He said, "I don't think it wants to be opened." Daniel asked the only question that mattered. "Then why did it bring you here?" Aaron didn't answer. He just stared at the hatch, the symbols, the disturbed soil, and the dark tree line behind them. Because he already knew the truth. Whatever was buried in Pine Ridge wasn't trying to escape. It was trying to communicate, and Aaron was the only one who could hear it. If this story unsettled you, subscribe and stay close. What comes next goes deeper.